Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in MLS Next Pro. We'll go over the last 7 days and get you ready for the next 7 days when it comes to all the activity, as we're starting to see some teams being eliminated from postseason playoff contention. We'll let you know who those are in the standings. We'll get you through the next 7 days, all the matchups, all the points, all the stuff, official term. So let's go back 7 days and get you caught up with everything that's going on in MLS Next Pro. Back on Wednesday, Chicago and NYC. 2-2 draw after 90 minutes, Fire won at 5-4 in PKs. On Friday Night Football back on the 18th, the Revs went to York Lions Stadium and on the campus of York University in York, Ontario. Goalless draw after 90 minutes, but they won 4-1 in PKs over TFC. So New England gets 2 points, TFC gets 1 point, St. Louis City 2. 4-1 winners over Timbers 2 at City Park. Big night there on Friday for St. Louis City 2 as they are trying to work their way into a playoff position discussion when it comes to their season as it has gone to date. Goals by Isaac Jensen in the 35th, Nolan McGuire in the 49th gave St. Louis City a 2-0 lead. Blake Pope made it 2-1, but then a brace by John Klein 9 minutes apart, 63rd and the 72nd, gives St. Louis City the 4-1 win. On Saturday, heck is plausible is what they're calling it. Hell is real on the first team side. Second team side, Crew 2 and FC Cincinnati calling it heck is plausible at historic Crew Stadium. Big win for Columbus Crew 2 over FC Cincinnati by the final of 5-1. In that matchup, Archimedes Ordonez scored in the 12th minute to neutralize a Noah Fuson goal, made it 1-1. Marco Micheletto scored in the 17th to make it 2. And then from there, it was on. Isaiah Parente scored in the 40th. Coleman Gann in the 45th. Anje Kader Bawi scored in the 66th. So the Crew in the grudge match in Heck is Plausible got the 5-1 win over SC Cincinnati. Also on the board in MLS Next Pro, Crown Legacy 2-1 winners over Inter Miami CF2 at Drive Pink. Crown Legacy continues their run at the top spot in the East. Hunt City gives us our first game of the week. Huntsville City Football Club and Philadelphia Union from Joe Davis Stadium in Huntsville, Alabama, in the Eastern Conference. Hunt City chasing after the 7th spot, as are Philadelphia. What would happen? Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro and Apple TV.
Two teams playing very well right now. Fans still filing their way into the Joe. And we are underway. Our referee today, Kevin Broadley. Davis, Vasquez, springing one forward. Here's a chance, and Philadelphia. Beautiful. Long ball ahead. Can Liati catch up to it? He went down. There's the foul. And a red. LeGuin has been sent off. Feels like Huntsville is going to break through at any moment. Liati gets all the way through. Zuber. Oh. And that's going to be a penalty. Was waiting for the signal from Kevin Broadley. And that's a pretty easy call for the official, if you ask me. You can make the argument Rick is going for the ball, but he's the last defender there. Tiptoeing up to it. Annie calmly and coolly puts it bottom left. Unbeaten in regulation. The free kick, flick forward. Oh my goodness, Union ties it. Misty move. Liata, a chance. Oh! He picked the corner and found it. And Huntsville, after the howitzer, back in front. He has scored 2 highlight reel goals here tonight. He now has 10 on the season, a brace tonight, and Huntsville in front. Pinballs out to the edge of the 18. Liotti looking for three, and he has three! Ollie Wright, flicked it in the middle. Oh, highlight reel stuff from Huntsville City. Joey Skinner with the exclamation point. You could put together a full highlight reel of just the goals that Huntsville has scored tonight. And that is the final whistle. Huntsville with a dominating second half performance.
Sporting Kansas City 2, out west over Loons 2 by the final of 1-0 at Rock Chalk Park in Lawrence. North Texas SC goes 2-2 with Tacoma Defiance. They go to PKs. Defiance win at 6-5 to get the extra point at Choctaw. Colorado Rapids 2 get back to their winning ways, shutting out LAFC 2 by the final of 4-0 at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And it was San Jose and Houston Dynamo 2, our matchup from the West for the week. 7-goal thriller. How did it end up at PayPal Park? Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at MLS Next Pro and Apple TV.
San Jose and Coach Dan DeGeer. It's a pretty similar lineup as to what we have seen. It is Xavier Valdez who gets the start in goal. And, of course, leading that line, Papa Endoy. What a season has been for him so far. There's the whistle, and away we go tonight from PayPal Park here in San Jose, California. To send this one in, it's quickly headed away. It's Blancas who tracks it down. Blancas driven ball ahead, flicked through. Useni Buddha going for the curler, and Buddha scores! Useni Buddha, that is a brilliant goal to open the scoring tonight. It was all setting up nicely. Blancas, it was flicked along, and Buddha almost used Muji Marana. Switch the point of attack. It comes off here. Evans into the middle. It's Reed who couldn't keep it. Now the shot comes on, and Gonzalez finds the equalizer. Just like that for Houston Dynamo. They are back level 19 minutes in. Another look at it here. Couldn't keep it. Gonzalez said, all right, if you don't want it, I'll take it. Gonzalez to deliver again. More depth on this. Headed away. Sliding it forward. It's Maples. He scores. The center back finding himself in a shooting position, and he does not miss. It's 2 unanswered goals for Houston. Great little slit ball in, and Maples does the rest. Gonzalez all the way to the back post. It's headed down. Maples trying to keep this alive. Maples, he scores again! Oh, the center back is full of goals tonight for Houston. And the Dynamo have scored 3 unanswered. Buddha gets this out wide. Numbers here. The ball's whipped in. Oh, and it's in. A 5-man wall. It's Hatagani goes low, it's spilled, and it's tapped in! And San Jose has found the equalizer! The return ball, Hatagan. Hatagan off the post! Blancas! This is out of play. I believe he was in an offside position. Comes into the middle. Seeley on the turn through traffic. It's there for Chow to chase. He cuts it back. Edwards for Blancas. Blancas scores! And San Jose has remarkably taken the lead. 3 unanswered goals, and the Earthquakes celebrate. Have to cycle it back to the other side. Edwards, Blancas, you thought he'd take it there. He took an extra touch, and then he went for power. Cleared away. Referee looks at his watch and brings this one to a close. What a win for San Jose.
So the Quakes get full points on Dynamo Dos at PayPal Park. And then what is it about penalties that end up going forever and ever and ever? Happened in the Leagues Cup, happened out west in MLS Next Pro. Galaxy 2, Los Dos, and Real Monarchs at Dignity Health Sports Park. They go goalless draw after 90 minutes. 10-9 in penalties. LAG gets the win. Los Dos gets the extra point, so they leave with 2 points. And Real Monarchs travel to Carson, California, and leave with 1. On Sunday at BC Place, Vancouver Whitecaps 2 and Austin FC 2 tie 1-1 after 90. Whitecaps win at 4-3 on PKs. And then on Monday night, it was Red Bulls 2 and Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 trying to chase after that 7th playoff spot. They had a 1-0 lead. Red Bulls scored 4 in a row. It was 3 in a 20-minute span in the first half. And then it was another goal to go 4-1 up. Atlanta United 2 would score another goal late. Alan Carlton with the assist to Luke Brennan for Brennan's 4th of the year. But it would be a 4-2 win for Red Bulls. Atlanta United 2 now with 4 matches to go. They're going to have the week off and try to keep an eye on everything going on top of them in the Eastern Conference. So that sets up your standings with how things are. And we're going to go conference now since we're getting close to the business end of the schedule. We're in the business end of the schedule, close to the end of the schedule. Crown Legacy on top at 53 points. They are in. Revs at 48 points. They are in. Crew 2 at 45 points. They're a point ahead of Red Bulls, 45-44. OCB at 37. Chicago Fire 2 at 37. OCB has 3 more wins. Hunt City at 35 points. Their win over Union 2 flipped those 2 positions. Hunt City is in the last playoff spot right now at 35 points with a record of 9-9-5-3. Remember that 4th column, shootout wins. Below the playoff bar right now, Philadelphia, 33 points. NYCFC at 30. Atlanta United 2 at 27 with a record of 7-12-5-1. TFC 2 is at 27 points, 1 less win than Atlanta United 2. FC Cincinnati 2 is at 24 points. Inter Miami 2 has now officially been eliminated from the postseason with a record of 4-15-4-1. They have 17 points through 23 matches. In the West, Colorado Rapids 2, they're the only team that's in so far. 54 points, 15-3-5-4. They've only given up 30 goals in 23 matches. You want to talk good defense. Austin FC 2, 8 points behind them at 46 points. They've only allowed 14 goals all season. Scored 35, but they are second right now with 46 points. Tacoma Defiance at 43. Sporting Kansas City 2 at 41. Earthquakes 2 at 38. And this is where the conversation starts in earnest in the West. 5 teams separated by 5 points. Earthquakes at 38, Dynamo Dos at 37, Loons 2 at 36. That's your playoffs. But St. Louis City 2 now is at 7, 8, 8, and 5. They're at 34 points. Whitecaps 2 are at 33. So 5 teams, 5 points, 3 north of the bar, 2 below it. Timbers 2 at 28 points at 10th. North Texas is at 27 points. Real Monarchs at 25. Galaxy 2, Los Dos are at 22 points. LAFC 2 has been eliminated from postseason contention with 18 points and a record of 4, 13, and 6. News in and around what is going on in MLS Next Pro. No surprise, MLS Next Pro player of Match Day 23 is Saad Liati for his hat trick in the game against Philadelphia Union. MLS Next Rising Star of Match Day 22 is LA Galaxy 2's Riley Delgado. Pro Team of Match Day 23 is Earthquakes 2 for what they were able to accomplish over the last 7 days as well. Don't forget to follow along MLS Next Pro on the 280-character app and on Instagram. You can follow along with everything going on in MLS Next Pro all season long. North Texas SC, by the way, has signed forward Diego Pepe to an MLS Next Pro contract. If the name sounds familiar, it should. Signed an MLS Next Pro contract for the remainder of the 23 and through the 24 season. Additional contract details not disclosed by the club. 18 years old, made his North Texas debut as an FC Dallas Academy player in the 1-0 win on the road over LAFC2 at Titan Stadium in Cal State Fullerton back on March 26th. Since making his debut, Pepe's featured in 9 matches, 128 minutes, scored his first professional and MLS Next Pro goal against St. Louis City 2, May 28th in City Park on a 2-2 draw. So the Pepe family and the Pepe chain continues through FC Dallas. North Texas SC signing Diego Pepe to an MLS Next Pro contract. Columbus Crew 2 have signed midfielder Cole Moroka to an MLS Next Pro professional contract. The 17-year-old got signed back on Friday. And Corey Ray, very, very high on him, a member of the Crew Academy since July of 22, started all 6 of the U17 games in the recent Generation Adidas Cup, contributing a goal as the Crew reached the semifinals. Twice named MLS Next Rising Star of the Match Day for his performances, selected to take part in the 2023 MLS Next All-Star Game. Moroka now joins Aiden Wolf, Zion Scarlett, and Taha Habroon as the 4 Crew Academy players to sign professional contracts with Crew 2. So Cole Moroka, the midfielder for the 2006er from Lincolnshire, Illinois. Cole Moroka is now under contract with our friends at Columbus Crew 2. Sounders have signed Paul Rothrock. You remember him from all of his time with Tacoma Defiance. He's now back up with the parent club. He got a cup of coffee in Open Cup and other competitions. So Paul Rothrock is now up with the first team as well. So now that sets up our schedule for the weekend and lays everything out for us now that the first match of the week was the last match of the previous match week with Atlanta United 2 and with Red Bulls 2. And everything kicks in earnest on Friday. This is where all of the schedule watching starts. Crown Legacy at home at Mecklenburg hosting TFC 2 at 7:30. You can catch that one on Season Pass. Loons 2 hosting Tacoma Defiance on MLSNextPro.com from the National Tennis Center. Austin FC 2 on Season Pass at Palmer Field hosting Sporting Kansas City 2 at 9 o'clock. LAFC 2 hosting Real Monarchs at Titan Stadium in Fullerton at 10 o'clock on Season Pass. Whitecaps FC 2 on Season Pass hosting North Texas SC from BC Place. Traditional Sunday busy, and it is Sunday busy. So here we go real quick. 6 o'clock Eastern, FC Cincinnati 2 hosting NYCFC 2 on Season Pass from TQL. Union hosting Revs at Subaru Park at 6:30 on MLSNextPro.com. Dynamo Dos hosting Los Dos on Season Pass at 7 o'clock at Aviva. Hunt City hosting Inter Miami 2 on Season Pass from Joe Davis. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern. Also 7 o'clock Eastern, it is on MLSNextPro.com. Red Bulls and Fire from Montclair. OCB hosting Crew 2 from Osceola Heritage Park. On Season Pass at 7 o'clock, St. Louis City 2 hosting Earthquakes 2 from City Park. And at 10 o'clock, Timbers 2 wrap up the week with a match against Colorado Rapids 2, 10 o'clock Eastern time on MLS Season Pass from Providence Park. That gets us through the weekend. Very, very busy times. And if you are anywhere close and you can catch the action in MLS Next Pro, please do. You get to see the players that are chasing after their dreams in Major League Soccer on a game-by-game basis. And if you cannot make it in person, follow along on your local providers, and they'll keep you posted on everything going on in MLS Next Pro. If you're out of market and still want to follow along on local providers, and either at MLSNextPro.com for the games that are on the website, or on Apple TV, the home for everything MLS Next Pro all season long, for one touch and one speech into a remote at our friends at Apple TV as well. Thanks to Atlanta United 2, and thanks to everybody in MLS Next Pro with all the reports that we get to do all season long as we've gone here and let you know what's going on here on MLS Next Pro with the next generation of athletes chasing after dreams in Major League Soccer. So for everybody here at SDH, I'm just John. Thanks for hanging out with us here, and that is the rundown of everything going on as SDH covers MLS Next Pro.